Hey everybody out there in YouTube land. I wanted to do a short video talking about the challenges with food poisoning. What is food poisoning, first of all? Food poisoning is when you eat some food that basically has been spoiled because some bacteria or other organism, usually bacteria, but it can be also fungal, has grown on the food. It's spoiled a little bit, and so you eat the food, you get this organism in you. Usually what happens is you start to have some strong stomach problems. You either feel nauseated, you throw up, you've got some diarrhea, fever, just feel kind of miserable. If all goes according to plan, your body can expel this. You can have diarrhea and get rid of it. You can throw up and get rid of it. But there are some challenges sometimes with the more complicated cases where you're having trouble finishing it. That is a case where you need to do two things. When people think of food poisoning, they usually think of let's do something to get the toxins out. Activated charcoal is a great way to get the toxins out. My favorite is Takasumi Supreme, sold by Supreme Nutrition. This is great at absorbing some of the food toxins, those toxins produced by the infection. So it helps absorb it and binds it up and doesn't let it get into your system, and you can get rid of it into the toilet. Sometimes some other toxins are better absorbed by other products. Sometimes high dose of vitamin C, a few other things may be needed, but generally the most common one needed is some high doses of activated charcoal. And again, Takasumi Supreme I think is the best one. That's what I use at the office. Now the second thing that is more insidious is sometimes people think food poisoning. And so you think, oh, poison, which is true, but there's this little infection that produces the poison. So the infection produces this toxin as a byproduct of its just being alive. So you can detox the poison, you can detox these toxins that are being produced, but if you're not fully getting rid of the infection, maybe it's hanging out to some degree in your stomach or your small intestines. If it's not fully getting gone, it can stay there and try to set up house and want to hang out there for a long time. So if that's the case, you need to take something to kill the infection and detox the toxins that it is producing. But the main thing is that you want to not have the infection there anymore. So if you go the medical route, usually they'll do some antibiotics. That won't help if it's fungal though, but it should do a good job if it's botulism or something in the bacteria realm. The other thing is you want to keep taking some stuff to detox anything. This can real easily overload the liver or kidneys or lymphatic system, so nutritional support for those things is really helpful. But again, the main thing is sometimes you feel like the nausea has stopped, but you don't feel like you're back to yourself. Let's say the diarrhea stopped, but your stomach still hurts, or the nausea stopped, but you feel tired all the time or achy, or you're very depressed, or you're having sleeping problems. All of this started after the food poisoning. Most likely what's happened is the infection has calmed down, but it's not gone. So you need to get rid of the infection. I've seen people who have had either food poisoning, or they obviously had some diarrhea when they went on a trip to a different country. They got some infection in the stomach. They had a lot of diarrhea or throwing up, and then it stopped. So they're like, I'm glad it stopped, I'm done. No, they still are tired, or they still are achy, or they have some headaches, or their hormones are not right after this. In that case, usually the infection is still there. The symptom of the diarrhea just stopped. So this is a big thing that is missed, and I'm passionate about trying to find out if this is still the case with a lot of people. So I just hope this turns on a few light bulbs and maybe a aha or two with this little discussion. If you know someone who's having some troubles post food poisoning or post some type of stomach bug, but they just don't feel right, have them call my office. I'm here to help. Glad to help anybody who's having some troubles, and I really like to be a good detective to just find out what's going on. If you can figure out what's going on, then you can target very effectively what to do about it. I hope everybody's well. If you have some questions or comments, please let me know. Reach out to me. I'm here and ready to help at any time.